IDFC shareholders are currently at about a 9% premium. That means if you buy IDFC and then wait for the merger, you'll make 9% if IDFC Bank were to trade at the same point. But that's also because it's about a year away. You're going to go through NCLT, RBI, a bunch of others for permissions. Once all those permissions have been received, it's only then that the merger will happen. I think a large amount of it depends on, so unless you do an arbitrage where you hedge, you buy IDFC short and IDFC Bank, short IDFC Bank, that would give you the merger arbitrage of 9% whenever it happens. So the problem is your capital is locked till that time, so you'll have to keep your capital made available till the actual merger happens. And during this time, the difference can actually widen. We've seen this in Ujjivan. We've seen this in Equitas, where what was 8% became 15% before it went back to zero. I mean, the zero is when the merger actually happens, right? So some of these ratios could also change. Let's say RBI came back and said, you can't do this. You need to give so many more shares or something like that. So they might have to change the merger ratios at some point. So there is some uncertainty around that. So yeah, it's a good investment if you're a merger arbitrage person, if it makes sense for your cost of capital. But 9% is not going to cut it for most people. But on the other hand, is the bank fundamentally a better story or IDFC? I think the story has to come from the core underlying earnings itself. If they can benefit from the growing economy in a better way, if the fear around whatever is happening with Vodafone, because they have some exposure to Vodafone, goes away, I think this bank can actually have good returns in the longer term as well. The returns have been fantastic for the last 1.5 years. So, they have to live up to those expectations in terms of financials as well.